Hey everybody, subscribe to 9 Volt Games, and today we're going to do something amazing. I have never done a Why I Love Fallout 4 on this channel. Thank you for pointing it out. So guess what? We're going to talk about Why I Love Fallout 4 today. However, we're going to do this one a little bit differently than the other Why I Loves, because you know what? I think the reason I haven't actually done a Why I Love, and the reason I didn't notice it in the first place, is because I have so much Fallout 4 content on here, which is probably a majority of the videos at this point. Or I should say more videos specifically on that one than anything. But today, I ate a galactic space cookie about 20 minutes ago. So, yeah, let me... All right, so to start this video off right, I have to go out and say that I have a personal bias, obviously. I was born in Massachusetts. I didn't grow up in Boston, but close enough. That's where I lived. So, and the fact that every person in my family has that goddamn accent, I lost it because I moved to New Hampshire when I was a teenager. So I ended up mixing it with the lingo from New Hampshire and a little bit of that fucking Boston twang. And then I'd basically be like, oh, they'd be like, how are these nugs? And I'd be like, fucking dank, buddy. You know, so get in the car. But yeah, so I when I play this game, if I would really break it down, if New Vegas, Fallout 3, and Fallout 4 were all in the same engine, even though I really liked Fallout 3, maybe overall presentation wise, or just the impact it had on me personally, like I could say that I liked it better. Fallout 4 feels more comfortable. And I don't know. It definitely has a lot to do with that. It has a lot to do with the accents, but I was going to wait to do this video because somebody brought up that I haven't done it. And I even asked my wife, and I was like, can you fucking believe I didn't do that? I must have put it on another channel and deleted it. But no, I really never made one. And I was going to wait until the anniversary edition came out on Switch 2, which is next month. But I was playing Fallout. We watched the last episode of Fallout because I got to watch it ahead of my kids and make sure it's good. I am a good parent on occasion. So my 10-year-old, he wanted to... 11-year-old. He wanted to play Fallout in... that brownie. I mean, that cookie. I don't even remember what it was. Anyways, so, nice moment with my kids. We're all playing Fallout. Basically passing the controller around. Everybody take a turn for a little bit. And my daughter, she plays Fallout. She has a PS4 in her room, and she has her own Fallout character going. And we're all on the couch, and my son's playing it, and my daughter goes, I really like Fallout. And I was like, yeah, I know, it's awesome. And she goes, no, like, I want to live there. And I was like, well, I mean, you do live here, but... and I just thought about it because I was like, my daughter's saying that because it's a digital playground that she gets to go. I put a cheat mod on for her, and I put God mode and one shot kills, because I don't think that if the challenge was there, I don't think she would play the game. I could be wrong. She knows how to shut that off, so if she ever wants to, she can. But my daughter is an innocent child, okay? And she likes playing Fallout, and she doesn't even think about the horrible things that happen in the game because she doesn't pay attention to that. She just knows that there's bad guys and there's good guys, you know, like a child's mentality about it. And I was like, wow, if my daughter stays with playing games, because there's a 50-50 chance she might not, but if she stays with playing games, and then, you know, later down the line, Microsoft wants to re-release Fallout 4 for a fucking 20-year anniversary again. Should have to be further than that. They kept re-releasing the game so much. But let's say, like, they do a 30th anniversary. My daughter would play that again as an adult. and it would be a completely different experience. In fact, she'd probably be like, I can't believe my dad let me fucking play this when I was a kid. But there's horrible, dark things that obviously happen in that game, are implied in that game. People will tell you stories about horrible shit that happens to them. The dark parts of people. And she doesn't even look at the game like that. She just looks at it like a fun place to be. And then I was like, I don't play the game the same as her. And I was like, that's why I fucking love it. That's the number one reason why I love it, is that you can be a different type of gamer with a different type of personality and a different type of outlook on life. And games like Fallout, and primarily Fallout for me, obviously, they're good mind sorting games. Yeah. For people like me, I've said this before while talking about Fallout 3. I believe it's probably even said in my why I love for Fallout 3 and New Vegas, any of the Bethesda games. These are my mind sorting games. I'm not super. This is gonna get serious for like 1 second, and it's gonna play into the why I love. But if my videos have been weird the last couple days, I'm not gonna speak about politics, and I'm not gonna talk about anything too intense. But what's been happening in my country is causing some real fucking anxiety and anger in me, like you wouldn't believe. So my collection video is when that happened, and I would look like I was like drunk or something. I was angry, and then today I was given the cookie, and I was like, I need to have a positive day, and I was like, so I'm gonna eat that fucking cookie. I'm gonna wait 20 minutes, and I'm gonna do a video talking about how much I love Fallout. And my anxiety is not a fucking joke. Like, I am legally disabled because of mental health problems. So this shit's making me, whatever. And the fact that I could make a plan and then actually want to execute it, whereas everything else is kind of like, it's a chore. This is a chore. I don't really want to do this. And I shut down. I'd shut down easy. That's why this channel really never went anywhere. So I didn't have to rely on it. So I don't want to, but I made this plan for Fallout, and I was going to do it later in the day, and I was so excited to do it now, and it's genuinely put me in good spirits. You could say it's the thing I ate beforehand, but I have medical problems. My tolerance is higher than fucking most people. So the fact that I can still get excited about something that came out over 10 years ago that's amazing. That is why I love it. Now, specifically with Fallout 4, all right, because what I just said really does apply to all of Bethesda games. I can get the same feeling playing Oblivion, and I can get the same motivation playing those type of games. I know somebody just asked me about more Oblivion content, and I said absolutely, but Fallout will always go above it, and I think it's because now, at least now, more so than anything, one of my children actually enjoys playing it, and she can sit there and play it for a fucking hour and lose an hour the same way that most of us do. And so I kind of, I'm a dad, and that stuff is really important. Like, that's going to be a cherished memory after I'm dead. You know what I mean? My daughter's going to retain these memories now. My kids are going to retain these memories. And playing Fallout with my dad, it's like I won, So yeah, Fallout gets a little bit more points stacked on it. Elder Scrolls was up with that Oblivion remaster, but since I feel strongly that Fallout 3 is coming out, it's going to be interesting if Fallout 3 does get its re-release for 20-year re-release, which would be in 2028, right around Halloween. I'm mixing my dates up, but yeah, 2028. It's be interesting to see if I feel the way that I feel about Fallout 4 that I do now. So Fallout 4 if any of you remember on here, when it released, the night that it came out, I went and got it. I was doing videos that night. We didn't have shorts or anything like that, and I was doing videos. I may have even gone. I think I went live on Twitch, and then I uploaded on YouTube the first couple hours. Before I even got home with the game, somebody ruined the story for me, right in my comments. And since I look through my comments, because I don't get a lot of them, I was like, great, I don't, story's not the main focus of any of these games for me. Obviously, having a well-written story is kind of what differentiates this from the clones. Having well-written characters or characters that you give a shit about. Other companies that have tried to clone it haven't understood that yet, which is weird. But it was a hook of the game that was ruined for me. So I went in playing Fallout 4 the first time through, the same way that I would pick up Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas on my fourth time through. Usually when I play these games, I think I just answered a question on my, not a question, but I answered somebody on one of my shorts because they were talking about making the game more difficult. I was like, I only want the challenge of the game on the first playthrough, because everything after that is playground, exploration, finding out what glitches there are in the game, what bugs there are in the game, how I can use them to my advantage, how I can make some fucking hilarious content. You can't let me do one video where you're in the cage and then I can like let you out of the cage and then we can hang out and spend time together. I hang out with him.
Do some drugs and shop at Walmart, smooth skiing.
Anyway, I forgot what the fuck I was saying. That whole thing was confusing. I totally planned it too, and I could have wrote it in. But so the story wasn't the hook; it was the exploration. I went through playing it like it was one of my replays on, Fallout 3 or New Vegas, and I enjoy playing the game like that because, circle back to the beginning when I was talking about brain sorting, or a few minutes back, where I was talking about brain sorting, is I can take a vault in that game and I can spend my entire game session of that chunk of time that I was gonna just muscle through a story, and I can inspect every square inch of that vault, and that may sound boring to people, but to me, it's, I don't know, it's amazing. There's always things. I said amazing like 20 times in here. I should really get a counter, but I'm not gonna rewatch this fully anyway. Ding. I can inspect every square inch of an area. As much as I tell you people that I hate doing settlements, like Far Harbor, I started one yesterday, and I was like, well, I have to set it up because it's part of the mission, but there's shit everywhere, so I have to clean it up. And I ended up spending 2 hours just cleaning up. And there's mods for this too, which is even more ridiculous, but I still picked up everything individually and scrapped it. I will let you out in a second. Oh my god. Give me some FEV. Let's see what we get when we put it in a fair. No, just kidding. Okay. I gotta let her out. Hold on. No, I'm not even gonna pause it, because I'll lose my place. Clem. Crazy. You'd think I'd learn by now to let her out. Sorry, Craig, go back, cut out that last minute, whatever. So, anyways, I think my OCD is part of the sorting part in here. Is that I can't even go in a fucking settlement if I see debris. I'm like, I have to clear all the ground. But again, I could have used the mod, but I didn't do it, and that's why I never understood why anybody watched any of my Fallout streams, because that's usually what it was. I'd go and fuck around on a terminal. I'd go and poke through all the stuff that I know probably didn't have anything cool. I would try and see if I could get into inaccessible areas. I feel like I get more enjoyment out of the game like that. So I appreciate that games like this exist. It really helps that it's an aesthetic that I enjoy. World history, specifically around the World War II era, is what I liked the most in school. I didn't pursue it to do anything with a career with it, but I took that shit serious when I was in school. I feel like it gives me anxiety now because I'm like, hey, deja vu. But it's so the aesthetic of this game. I really liked the whole nuclear era of our country. The get under your desk will totally save you from a fucking nuclear blast. The bullshit that they used to feed the children, what to do in school with the drills. Nuclear sirens. This is gonna sound weird, but the nuclear sirens is one of my favorite sounds ever. I don't know why, but it is actually one of my favorite sounds ever. Let's get a little that. So I don't know. I really like the aesthetic. I like the whole post-apocalyptic setting. I wish I could be there in a much different way that my daughter said that she wishes she could be there. I wish I could be there. I know how to cook food. I'm an adult male who knows how to fucking cook food and do his own laundry. I'm going to thrive in a post-apocalypse scenario. Let's add zombies. I'm not a big tough guy, you know. So we're gonna have to use silver tongue. A lot of speech, a lot of charisma. The charisma will help. I like building characters. I think I have 7 on Xbox. I don't know off the top of my head how many I have on PlayStation, but Xbox is what I'm currently playing it on right now. The mod selection is much better on Xbox than it is on PlayStation. I know it's better on PC. Shut the fuck up. You should see what the PC. I'm actually gonna bring the camera over there before I end this, just to see how much love for Fallout is truly in this house. A corner of my living room looks like it's fucking sponsored by Nuka-Cola. Again, I got lost. Oh, building characters. So I like building characters, and the thing that I don't do is I don't build myself. I don't behave. At least the first couple times, I eventually get to a character where my personality will be projected on them. But I make a couple guy characters. I make a couple girl characters. The girl characters I use more because in real life, I'm not a girl. And I usually play video games to escape into things that I can't do. So if I want to be a chick and go around and get a Black Widow perk and just start popping dudes' heads off, I get to do that. I can't do that in real life. None of that scenario fits me at all. But yeah, I always gravitate towards the female characters. Even in Elder Scrolls, I'll make my Khajiit female. However, the first playthrough of every one of these games, I do play as a male character because I do want to project more of myself into the character. I always make the women characters passive aggressive, but like charitable. Not passive aggressive. No, they'll be blunt and rude, but charitable. So I guess their whole personality is passive aggressive. But yeah, there was a good guy with an edge. I make Deadpool. There we go. I usually have my women be like Deadpool, and then I have my men be like Leonidas. They are usually tough guys. Things I'm not in real life, you know. Building characters is like a huge. I used to make fun of people for this. Look. I don't like Fallout 76, but we do play Fallout 76 in our house. I remember roasting people. I'll tell myself. I remember roasting people in the Fallout 76 community because I was like, they're using it to make soap operas. I don't know if you guys have seen this culture, but I'm friends with some of the people that do this. They do this with other games. People do it with GTA. People do it with Red Dead. But the big one right now is Fallout, where they create pretty much an entire Second Life in there, and they'll have significant others that are in that game. And it's, to me, that's fucking. It's not. To each their own, I guess. So, anyways, that's where I was going with it. Is that was my mentality towards it, and I was like, this is fucking weird. And I was like, kind of gatekeepy, and I was like, you guys aren't even Fallout fans. You guys are using this to jerk off. And then I was like, I have so many Fallout characters with so many different personalities and so many different names and genders and everything. And I was like, I literally made 7 dress-up dolls on Xbox. And then I play Barbie with them. That's how I'm playing Fallout right now. There's no threats. All my characters are well over level 50. There's nothing super scary unless it's a big enemy. Mirelurk Queens are scary. Deathclaws are still always scary. They can kill me. There's a couple enemies that have actually one-shotted me. But for the most part, I can be a fucking cartoon character. But that is what I'm doing. I'm making settlements, so I'm building houses. I'm dressing up my dollies. So who the fuck am I to say anything about it? But that's one aspect of it. So we have the mental sorting, kind of help out my OCD, help out my stress. Make me kind of be like, hey, you get to come home and sit on a fucking couch with your family and play Fallout. Shit ain't so bad. That shit works. And then you get the aspect of like, I'm not super creative. I'm very science brain. I'm really not creative in the sense of like making art. So the amount of creativity I put in Fallout is like a good outlet, because sometimes it's frustrating. I can play guitar at a scientific level. I can watch you play something, and then I can play it. But I can't sit there and be like, listen to this shit I just belted out. Like, I used to have a roommate who used to come into my room. Hi, Adam. He used to come into my room at like 3 a.m. with his bass. Usually, he was a big boy, and he did not wear modest clothing at 3 a.m. And he would come in my room, and he would start busting shit out in his bass. He was a jazz musician. And just a little bit of inspiration and a lot of bit of coke, and then you just gotta you gotta sweet tune. I can't do that stuff. So it is frustrating, because sometimes I'm like, I got all this stuff I want to do, but I don't have the proper outlet for it. So that's why I come on here and do these videos where I just talk freely, and I don't do a script, and I try and make it not feel like work. But I get the actual like creating part out in making characters and stuff for Fallout. That's why I play a lot of the weirder games and the ones that people don't. A lot of like user input style games. Like, I have friends who would buy Mario Maker. And I've made Mario Maker levels, and I publish Mario Maker levels. They're not good, but I fucking enjoy them. I liked making ice cream sandwich houses in Minecraft the same way. But Fallout will always be my go back to safe place, right? And the best part is, all I did was tell you why I love Fallout. The only reason that it's 4 is because we don't have Fallout 5 yet. It's gonna get replaced. The only one that didn't happen to was New Vegas. I mean, comparatively, I guess you could say I don't like New Vegas, but that's simply not true. I've played so much New Vegas. I have probably 7 characters. I'm gonna go back and check. The only thing that I didn't do with New Vegas with the other ones is I didn't play it on a second console, unless you count moving up from 360 to Xbox One. But I didn't play it on PlayStation 3. Even the notoriously bad Fallout 3 I went and played on PlayStation 3. But Fallout 4 gets it because it's home to me. It'll be interesting to see what they reveal because they've been talking a lot about Fallout 5. It'll be interesting to see what they reveal the location to be for Fallout 5. And if that'll actually have an impact on how I look back at this game. You people. I mean, the people that have been here for a long time on this channel, I'm really open with this shit, but I went to a mental institution in 2019. So firmly halfway between the game releasing and this. And this game's been a tremendous help with like calming me the fuck down. It's doing a tremendous job right now, quite honestly. I was going to wait to start a new character when the Switch 2 version dropped. But I ended up playing Fallout because what happens is if I'm playing a game, like I played a bunch of games that I did the video for. Like I had 5 games or something I beat back to back to back to back. And then it just start to get fatigued from like, all right, now I'm just doing it because I'm like, I gotta get to the end. I'm not really enjoying it. So I break it up with games like Fallout. And sometimes it's Red Dead. It was Red Dead actually. I played Red Dead Redemption for probably a month, and then I went back to Fallout. There's always one of these games that's going on with me. And you all know when it's Fallout because I post shorts or I post small videos or I post pictures. But my facial hair is bothering me. Listen, that thing's taking a toll. And I feel like I've been talking for a long time. And I got edits to do. And I would like to talk more about Fallout anytime, but I do it all the time. So I'm sorry that this one is a little bit different than the other ones. But there's nothing specific there's nothing specifically that I could actually point out within the game itself that's not the setting. And that say I like Fallout 4 better than other ones. It really is that it looks prettier, it's bigger, it has more. It has a lot of a little bit of everything of all the Fallout games in it at this point. And like I said, once Fallout 5 comes out, why I love Fallout 5. But then again, I'll probably end up making so much content for it that 10 years later, someone can go, where's your why I love Fallout 5? But thank you guys for watching. Can't wait to hear what I said. I don't remember what I said like a minute and a half ago. But I do need to edit some stuff out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you're all playing some Fallout. But I understand if people are not going to go back to it. I hope you guys are enjoying the Fallout show. And hopefully we hear about some Fallout 5 stuff. Thank you.